Good morning, you storage legends. It is Tuesday morning, and we're going through a quick question that I got asked a few months ago now, actually, and I wrote about it in the newsletter, mrselfstorage.com. Daily newsletter, completely free. Get on over there. All the cool kids hang out there. The storage cool kids. And the question was, what percentage of my income should equate to EBITDA? I don't think I've explained that very well. What percentage of revenue should your EBITDA be? So, first of all, let's go through what EBITDA is, because many people won't know what EBITDA is. EBITDA is the way that businesses show profit. Yes, we've got a profit and loss. Yes, we've got the accounts that we submit every single year, but EBITDA is a true reading. It is. EBITDA is earnings. I've got it written down here just so I don't mess it up and get it in the wrong order. Yes, I'm that geeky. Earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. So, my friends, that is what it is. And so, what percentage of your what percentage? I always get it wrong. Where's my notes? Look at me quickly trying to find my notes. What percentage of revenue should your EBITDA be? So I put here, great question, capital letter. I've just been on a major, basically I've been on a big podcast and I got asked this question. As it happens, we've been looking into this recently. This is back in July when I first wrote about it in the newsletter. And I know some bigger companies, obviously you've got the power of economies of scale. So meaning that when you scale up, your associated costs go down. For example, like a self-storage membership, the SSA membership, it might be £700 for one site. It might be, I don't know if it's £700 for two sites, but it's certainly not another £700 every site you get. So that's the power of scale, because all your costs, again, wages. So we're opening a new site in Scotland, heads of terms, and we're not going to employ anybody else for that site because we don't need to. We can run it. However, if we was opening just that one site, we would have to have a staff member there. So that's the power of economies of scale, meaning that the income goes up, but also our net operating profit percentage goes up as well, because we can roll in the expenses. I think my kid's coming to see me. I always say 8:15 we can play. No, he's not. Okay. So what is my percentage of revenue for my EBITDA? You hopefully know what I mean. I don't think I'm explaining this very well. The actual original question. So my EBITDA is 58%. So if I take £100,000, that means £58,000 of that is my EBITDA profit, my EBITDA basically. But however, I've been looking into this, and the bigger boys have a bigger EBITDA percentage. And I put here, as you'd expect, because of economies of scale. So what percentage should the bigger boys be? Well, I've had different opinions and different results from this, but round numbers, it should be between 60 and 65%. And let's not forget, I have a lot of my own personal costs go in there as well. So, for example, I don't know, every time I go for a coffee, I put the coffee through the company. And I know it's not very much a coffee, but you get the bigger picture. I'm saying it without saying it. And so you get the bigger picture that there's a lot of extra costs go through there. Like anytime we go anywhere, it's petrol and diesel and stuff. And so my percentage profit is a little bit lower than the bigger boys. And you'd expect that. So if they take £1 million, I put here, they would expect between £600,000 and £650,000 EBITDA. I put, to be totally transparent, my EBITDA in the above example. So remember, 58% of my revenue is the EBITDA. So if I take £1 million, 580,000 is the EBITDA. I've put here, just to be totally transparent, my EBITDA in the above example is adjusted EBITDA. It's an accountancy practice to add back certain expenses. So don't worry if that don't make any sense to you. I just wanted to make it crystal clear. I didn't want to say, oh yeah, we're 58%. That's adjusted EBITDA. So basically it's accountancy practice where you add back stuff back in, one-off purchases, etc. You can get away with, not get away with, it's a legal term, accountancy term that you do. Hopefully my percentages will increase with the power of economies of scale. So yeah, I expect that And especially because we can be a little bit more streamlined than the bigger boys as well. We don't need an area manager, etc., area manager, regional director, whatever they all do. So I expect that 58% is the bare minimum that we're going to get. I think that this is the beauty about business. When I go to self-storage businesses, when I go to masterminds and we talk about percentage profit, people cannot believe it when I say 58%, because a healthy business is like 20, 25%. That is considered extremely healthy. And when I rock up in my mastermind and say, I say 58%, they're like, what? 58%? No, it can't be. And even Dan Bradbury, when I first met him, he was like, no, don't believe it. It cannot be that streamlined. But there's not a lot of moving parts in self-storage. This is what makes self-storage so bloody beautiful. You name me another business out there can't be many with an EBITDA of 60% of your revenue, 60 to 65%. It just doesn't happen. And it's because obviously COGS, we've got no cost of goods or very few costs of goods, because the cost of goods, for example, are boxes. If you sell a box, that is a cost of goods. So you say if your box costs you a pound, there you go. That's a cost of goods, a pound there, and you might sell it for £3. And so that small example, but when we're selling storage, we don't have any costs of goods because there is no cost of goods. The only costs of goods are the capital expense that when we first laid the first container, or when we first fitted out the facility. So there's no associated costs of goods officially. Like the only cost of goods we've got is, like I said, boxes. However, if you're selling cars, then your cost of goods is the car itself to purchase it. And so obviously it's completely different with self-storage. This is why self-storage is so beautiful, and I absolutely love it. And I know I get a lot of grief inside the industry for people for talking about this, because it's almost like the dirty little secret. We don't want self-storage to get out. Self-storage is out there now. Everybody knows how good it is. Me, this little podcast and newsletter isn't going to change people's opinions. But I do love the fact that we're getting more and more people into the industry. And people are like, why do you love that? Why do you love that? There's more competition. Yeah, but we shouldn't be worried about other people as competition, because if you're worried about them, then we're doing something wrong ourselves. So first of all, focus on yourself internally, focus on your practices, focus on your systems that you have, focus on your business, your culture, the people. Focus on that. Don't focus on other people. But also, how amazing it is. I genuinely get, I genuinely get off on the fact that other people have started a self-storage business because they've listened to me. And financial freedom, they've got financial freedom, or they're in a lot better financial position because they've took advice, they've listened to the podcast of the Self-Storage Association, whatever it may be. I don't want to be selfish. I don't want to keep it all to myself. I've got a wonderful, wonderful life and lifestyle. And the more people I can say, hello, come to self-storage, come here. And then they set up and they have a wonderful lifestyle as well, because it's positivity, positive energy. It changes the world, and we can change the world one self-storage company at a time. I am not kidding. The way I think about energy and happiness is like that your vibrations are going out, and the ripple effect, it's the butterfly effect. You cannot see how much the effect that your positive energy has on somebody, equally your negative energy. And so if we can make people happier by making more money and having a better work-life balance, and just being not having to worry about money, if we can do that for people, then imagine that person he or she has no more negativity or surrounding money, and their vibrations that they're sending out into the world are going to be positive rather than negative. And so that person is a positive vibration rather than previously maybe a negative vibration. I know it's all woo, and I know I'm losing people right now, but I genuinely believe that we're one consciousness, and the more we can help each other, the more we help ourselves. And I truly believe that, and I can feel myself getting like excited about this. And so, why keep it a secret? Why not help people? Why not? Let's all try to encourage and help our neighbors, our other men and women. Let's be nice to each other. The world will be such a better place. And so, yeah, I don't subscribe to the fact that, oh no, we're bringing somebody else into self-storage and we're advertising it. So bloody what? Good luck to them. Absolutely fantastic. And if they take some of my market share, that's on me. That's not on them, because I need to be better. And I promise you, self-storage is, whether people are advertising self-storage or not, people are going to come in the industry. There's no doubt about it. This is the best, the easiest it's ever gonna be. This time next year, it will be harder than it is now. This time in 5 years, it is going to be harder than it is 1 year from now. This is the easiest we're going to have it in this industry. And so all we've got to do is get better. You've got to get better. I've got to get better. And we've got to keep rising and raising standards. All right, my friends, I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And I'm going to take the kids to school. Ta-ra.